Hi there, I'm Victoria Williams. I teach music theory and I specialise in getting students through their music theory exams. If you've just taken your grade 5 music theory, now's the perfect time to consider whether you want to continue on with grade 6. You're probably wondering what's on the syllabus, how hard it is, and what's in it for you. Let me tell you a little about the ABRSM's grade 6 music theory exam. First of all, grade 6 is quite a big step up from grade 5, but don't let that put you off. You'll certainly be exercising your brain cells, but just like with any other part of your body, exercise makes it fitter. There's loads of scientific evidence showing that music stimulates the brain like no other activity, and by increasing your understanding of how music works, you'll also get more out of your everyday listening and performing activities. Not only that, but universities in the UK recognise music exams from grade 6 upwards in terms of UCAS points. So if you're going to be applying to university in the near future, you could boost your application by 5 to 15 points by passing your grade 6 theory. If you get so good that you eventually get a distinction at grade 8, you'll add 30 UCAS points onto your total. Something to think about indeed. Even if you're not about to apply to university, grade 6 will improve you as an all-round musician. You'll develop a much deeper understanding of how music from Bach to Berlioz was constructed. You'll begin to learn how harmony works, and you'll get an excellent overall grounding in recognising styles, analysing scores, and composition techniques. Here's what you can expect to find in the exam paper. The first question is always about harmonising a melody. You can choose between writing out the chords or their Roman numeral equivalents, or you can choose to write a bass line with a figured bass showing your choice of chords. You can't just choose random chords or ones which you just think sound nice though. You have to respect the style of the period, which is early classical, and you need to know and apply the rules of harmony. The second question is compulsory and is about figured bass. Figured bass is a system using numbers to represent chords. These numbers are written underneath the bass line, and you need to use them to create a soprano, alto and tenor line on top, making 4-part harmony. This can be quite tricky. There are quite a lot of rules to learn, and you'll definitely need to do lots of practice exercises. Many students find that although this seems quite hard at first, it's a great mental challenge and is very satisfying when you get good at it. Question 3 is a composition question. Just like in the grade 5 exam, you'll be given the first few bars of a piece. You'll get 2 to choose from, which you need to continue. You might be asked to modulate, which means change key in the middle. There's no option to write for a voice in the grade 6 exam. Both choices are for an instrument. The final 2 questions of the paper are based on scores. Normally, one score is for a small group of instruments, like flute and piano or a string quartet. The other question is usually for a large group of instruments, like an orchestral piece. You'll get asked all kinds of things about the key, chords and harmony, the instruments used, the effects of the performance directions, foreign musical terms, intervals, and so on. These questions are very much like the score-based questions in the grade 5 exam. The main differences are that there are more instruments in the score. Some of the instruments are less common, like the cor anglais or piccolo, and the technical questions are a bit trickier. For example, while in grade 5 you might have been asked to name an interval between 2 notes in the bass clef, at grade 6 you might have to work out an interval where one note is in one clef and the other note is in another clef. Not only that, The instruments might be transposing instruments, so you'd need to work out the notes at concert pitch first as well. If you're interested in learning more about the Grade 6 Theory exam, take a look at the free lessons available on mymusictheory.com. We've got the whole syllabus covered. We can also offer you personal tuition by email in figured bass and harmony, as well as coach you for the composition question. I've also got a 90-minute video course on figured bass, which you can use online or offline on your mobile device. It's a bit like having a music theory teacher in your pocket, accessible at all times. Are you ready for the challenge? Leave me a comment below if there's anything else you'd like to know about the Grade 6 Music Theory exam. Thanks for watching.